some of them, unfortunately, to new schools. But being able to go up with them next year is going to be really great. We're real excited. We're all real excited. We've already talked about second grade next year, and Diane and I have been doing a lot of talking, and we're real excited about being able to work together with her class and my class next year. So it's kind of a different day. In fact, Paul said that to me this morning. He said, well, you don't have to cry today because you're going to take them all with you. And I said, that's true. The kids have worked really hard this year. First grade's always a big year for them because of the transition, kindergarten to first grade. You know, and at the beginning of the year, I have mamas coming, I don't believe they have to do all this work, and it's so much work and so much work. But I don't think there's probably any parent in here who hasn't seen a growth take place from August to May, simply because of the learning that takes place and the maturity that takes place with these kids. And it's real funny because when they leave today, they have a picture that we took on the first day of school. And we framed them for them and everything. And it was really funny because Angie and I got them out last week, and we started looking. And I mean, there were actually two children, and I'm not going to say who they are, but two children, and I looked twice to say, who's this child? I really did, and we went through them. In fact, we even mixed one up. I said to Angie, I said, this is, and whoever it was, and she said, no, it's not, it is. And they have really grown and changed a lot. So they've done real well. They've worked hard. It's a great group of kids. I couldn't have asked for anything, better. And luckily, like I said, next year we're going to go even farther with most of them. Those who are going to the new schools, we know we'll miss them, but they're ready to go. I wouldn't sit here and hesitate to say any of them who are going to new schools are not going to have wonderful years next year too, simply because of what they've done this year. The kids are all going to get packets this morning, and when I give them their packet, there are several things inside there. Each of them have very special awards based on their personality and things that they've done for me during the year this year. All of the children will receive special awards for computer that have been given by Miss Nita. They'll all receive special awards for field day from Coach that are in your packets. Inside the packet is also a real special journal, and I've talked with them a little bit about this journal. They are reading and writing journals, and those are probably the two things that I'm sure you all will agree we have worked on the most this year, is reading and writing. And the reason for that is just recently, probably within the last 5 years, the state has come up with third grade writing exit exams that the children have to pass. And so writing has become a major emphasis in the schools, and it's something that I thoroughly enjoy, so therefore I pass it on to the kids every year. And their writing levels have matured tremendously from the beginning of the year to now. And if you picked up that journal that they brought home the other day, and you looked at what they wrote on August 31st or August 28th, and you looked at what they wrote on May the 28th and 29th, all you have to do is look at it to see the tremendous growth that has taken place in their writing. So inside their packet, they have a summer reading and writing journal. There's a little note in there that tells them that they need to read 20 books and do 20 writing entries over the summer. If they bring this journal back to me in the fall when we come back, then I have a special gift for them for doing a great job over the summer. Now, if your child's going on to the new school, I haven't forgot about them. I will be here the whole week prior to school opening during pre-planning. The county says I have to come to work that week. So I'll be here. So if you can just stop in at any time during that pre-planning week or any time right after school starts and let your child bring the journal back to you. We're not going to leave them out. We'll have something special for them too. But I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to keep those things going over the summer. If you stop it for 3 months, I promise you, when they go back in August, they'll struggle for 6 to 8 weeks to get it back. It's just like, if you quit swimming for 2 or 3 years, you have to go back in the water again. Well, the same thing happens. I encourage all of you to work with them over the summer and do that. Okay, guys, you about ready? Yeah. All right, let's see what we have for you here. Okay, Steph, can you sit back a little bit? Hug it the table. They're in no particular order. They're just kind of laying here. Okay. Chase, come on up, Jordan. Oh, their report cards are in here too, so you might want to just kind of make sure that you hang on to that before. As I said, I'm not going to pull all of them out because they all have computer awards and field day awards, but the special award, good morning. The special award that Chase gets for our class is Boy Athlete. That's what the children we talked about this, and Chase is getting a special award presented to Chase for Boy Athlete this year. He's always on the playground, always climbing the bars, always hitting the ball, doing whatever. So Chase, you get the Boy Athlete for our class. Jesse, let's find yours. All right. Okay. Turn on Jesse. Jesse has an award, and I had Amanda a couple of years ago, his sister. And Kathy came at the beginning of the year, and she said, "Oh, Cindy, he's not Amanda. He's not Amanda." And I hear that all the time, and we do a lot. You know, parents have a way of doing a lot of comparison. I do it with my own children. And Jesse's gotten the award for Most Improved this year. Overall Most Improved. And I think that Angie would agree with me, and Kathy sitting right here would agree too, because she came and she said, he doesn't like to read, he doesn't like to write, he doesn't like to do any of this stuff. So we worked real hard to get Jesse just, into that academic mode this year. So Jesse, you're getting the Most Improved award. This should come as no surprise to her mama, okay? Those of you who don't know Beverly or her husband, they're a very athletic family, okay? And Beverly is one that goes out and does a lot of physical work and a lot of physical training, and it shows in her children. And Kayla gets the Girl Athlete Award for our class.
I know it.
All right. Justin came at the beginning of the year, and he was one of those two that Miss Karen Cook, who worked with me all year long, knew Justin from kindergarten. And she said to me, "We really have to keep this one." And I said, "Why is that?" And I can remember her standing here the first day of school telling me this, and she said, "He's all boy. He's all boy." She said, "He was all boy all through kindergarten," and she said, he'll do okay on the playground, and he'll do great in centers. We just got to get that academic going. Justin has improved tremendously this year. He has just come from A to Z, and one of the reasons is his listening has improved so much. And he is probably one that if I stand and give directions, I can say, "Justin," and he repeats it right back to me, verbatim, word for word. So Justin gets our Best Listener Award this year. Ben has 2 special awards in his envelope, and he's the only child in our room who was here for 100, and I'm not going to say 80 because we didn't come to school 180 days this year. All 176 days Ben was here this year. So Ben gets a special award from the school for perfect attendance for the year this year, missing no days of school. Ben, we are so proud of you. That's a tough thing to do. The special award Ben gets for our classroom this year is Best Manners. This child by far, I mean, not only to me, not only to Mr. Weiss, in the halls, with any other adult, or to the children, he is without a doubt one of the best. So Ben, you get the best. You didn't think she was going to make it, did you? Stephen. Here we go. Okay. Stephen's got an award in here that's real special for our class. And Stephen, see this smile on his face? This is it right here. No matter what it is, no matter what time of the day, what time of the afternoon, this is what you see from him. Stephen gets our happiest smiler. He's our best all-around kid. Nothing bothers him. Nothing gets him upset. He's just always got this smile on his face. Isn't that right, Stephen? So, Stephen, you get our happiest award for the class this year. Patrick. different color paper. I was looking for the yellow paper. Okay. Patrick has a special award in here. Patrick's award is for academics. Patrick has surpassed and just done great. He's one of these kids that could probably come up and teach my math class, and that's no joke. He just, everything was always just like this with him. I'd hand out the paper and it was done. And he just really excelled this year in math, and so he gets, there's one for boy and girl, he gets the 96 Mathematician Award for our class this year. Good job. Okay, Stephanie has worked really hard this year too. She's one of my ones who've come a long, long way from beginning to end. And Stephanie has been always one that no matter what I asked her to do or what I told her to do or what Miss DeWeese or the other children needed, she was always there to help out. So Stephanie gets our Cooperation Award this year for our class. Okay, all you have to do is look at Stephanie because 7:30 in the morning she looks like this and she goes out the door at 2:30 in the afternoon looking like this. And her papers are picture perfect, everything. I mean, I've seen this child erase letters on papers till she erased holes in her paper because it just wasn't neat enough. And Stephanie has got our neatest worker, her artwork, her desk, her space, everything, all year long. She's got our neatest worker and neatest student award. Good job. Sam's got an award based on his academics, and I made this comment to Mr. Brown about a month ago. We were talking about students in general, and I said there are some students who come to my room that it would not matter, and these were the words I used, if Bozo the Clown was in there teaching them, their reading levels would be above and beyond, and Sam is one of those children. Sam came to me reading Goosebump books at the beginning of the year and has been a challenge to keep him reading at his level all year long. Sam's got our Reader of the Year award for the boy. It's in my room, and I tell parents every year this, that it makes it a whole lot easier for me to have parent support and parent backing. And I couldn't do what I do for these kids if it wasn't for the help of a lot of parents in my room. Before all of you leave today, there are flowers for you to take. I certainly appreciate it if you can all just take one out of the vase up here. And we had two parents this year. We're Taylor and Chanel. Would you come here, please? I had two moms that came in this year, and they were, without a doubt, just so cooperative. I mean, they were here like every Thursday, every Wednesday morning, working in that hall with a group of kids, and then they were in here overall working with all the kids. And it was, without a doubt, a great help because some of the kids that they worked with would not have made it had it not been for their help. So these two guys are going to go back. They know where to go. Isn't that right? Y'all know.
Again.
Can you find them?
Yeah, maybe not.
Miss Kathy and Miss Debbie. Boys and girls, what do we say to Miss Kathy and Miss Debbie? They were here not to help just with parties or whatever, but academically they really helped the small group of kids this year. We appreciate their help. So, also up here are their pictures that we took. This just happens to be their ones, but these are the pictures. The children did the frames. And these are the pictures that were taken the first day of school. So like I said, take a good look at them because I had trouble recognizing from one beginning of the year to the end of the year a couple of them. So it's been a great year. I look forward to next year with all the ones who are coming back with me. We're going to have a great year in second grade. Y'all are going to have to help me out because, I've never done second grade either. It'll be a new thing for me too. So the ones who are leaving, it's tough, but you guys will have a great year, I know. Hickory Flats and Pleasant Grove will be great schools. And I'm here just call me up if you need anything. Come back and see me. Do your journals. They're in there. Make sure that you read and write all summer because those are the two most important things you can do. Read and write, okay? All right, if you are checking your child out now, there is a sign-out sheet right here at the table. There's a county newsletter that they just handed to me about 30 minutes ago, so if y'all pick one of those up going out the door. Please take a flower, take your child's picture, and I thank all of you for everything this year. It's been a great year. All right, Jim.
So anxious because they have accomplished something this year and we're going to recognize them for what they have done. Parents, it's good to have you here with us. It's good to have you participating with us and helping this pack grow. And when we started the last year, nobody knew what scouting was or had a vague idea. How many of you have found that scouting is exactly what you thought it would be? Raise your hand. How many of you have found it to be a lot different than what you thought it would be? Raise your hand. I think that includes everybody. Tonight I'm going to call everybody to attention. We're going to salute the flag at this time. Attention. Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask our Tiger Den leaders, Tim Gilbert and Kay Durkett, to come up and present the awards to the Tigers that they have earned up to this point. So, Den 1, Tiger Den 1.
All right, as I call your name, I'd like for you to come up and get your awards. These will be the last beads that we receive. And don't think it's over yet, because some of you still got some orange beads in here that you can still earn through the summer. But mostly what we have is the bead for tonight and a paw. And for a couple of you, you've earned the claws that you've been long waiting for to finish out your belt fall. Okay, James Hodges. James, congratulations. There's your 2 more claws and a bead for tonight. Good job. Sam Hardy. Sam, you got 2 more claws and there's 2 beads to add to your paw. Blake is not here yet. He has a 6 o'clock ball game, so we're kind of waiting on him. Aaron Durkett. There's your 2 paws and 2 white beads. Jesse Corbett. You have a paw, black bead, 2 white beads, and there's your claw you've been waiting for. Stephen Chambers. You have a paw, a white bead, a black bead, and there's your claw.
Tigers in Den 2 are caught up on everything except for their white bead for tonight's meeting. So, Raymond Wood. Jason Snow. And Zach Gilbert.
This time, without further ado, I'm going to call Miss Cindy Barnett to the front. For those of you who do not know Cindy, she has served Cub Scouting for the past 5.5 years. She has been an active leader, trainer, and tonight it is my privilege to welcome her officially to Pack 61. She is coming aboard as a committee member. So let's give Miss Cindy Barnett a round of applause. And a card welcoming you to our back. We're looking forward to working with you.
Welcome aboard.
Now we have some in-depth experience that we can count on. All right, we're going to have the Tigers step out for a minute, get organized. Tigers ready? Explain a little bit, while they get ready, to explain a little bit about the significance of the bridge crossing. Boy Scouts, crossing the bridge gives boys a point to focus on, where they're moving from one stage in their development to another. It helps them focus on that even the simple things in life, you cross over to them. You have to learn how to do them. The bridge serves as a gap closer between two different points in their lives. They were tigers, now they're coming to become wolves. This is another stage in their growing up. And as we've worked with them this year, we've seen them grow up, do things that only a kid would do. We look across the bridge as adults, look back and see some of the things that we did as kids, some of the things we'd never think of doing as kids, some of the things that we wonder how they came up with it. And just as they are an extension of your family, we hope that they will see this as an extension of being part of our Scout family, that they will grow with us, that they will help us, and that they will learn to help other people, that they will become good citizens of this country of ours. As a Scoutmaster, it's sometimes difficult to see the whole picture, because you get focused on one thing: what events next, what events next, what events next, plan for this event. But we should never forget that what we're building is character. And above all, character counts. That's part of the slogan for 2000, Cub Scouts 2000, character counts. And it does. This day and time when we see so much going on in our world, crime, you wonder how many of those boys would be doing these crimes if they had been Boy Scouts. So scouting is a good thing. It is a positive thing. And with the parents' help, it can only continue to grow and be a bigger and better thing. They were supposed to be in here by the end of that speech. Just so you know that everything runs perfectly on schedule, even in scouting. That's how it is. But we're proud to have these boys. We're proud for the effort you, the parents, have put forth into the scouting effort. Not only through attending, but through your contributions, through your trust in us. And we hope that we will always be guardians of that trust, and that we can always depend on us, and we can always depend on you. We could sing a song here, but we will get give them we're ready for them. I think they're waiting to see at what point they were supposed to come in, but they will be called up, and as they're called up, we will ask the parent who is the partner of that scout to come forward with them. Both parents, if both parents can, or one parent, just whatever, and stand with them as they get ready to cross the bridge. Because it's important that boys see the support of their family behind them and with them. They must be close to ready. Either that or Bob's really setting me up real good, one or the other. Probably the latter.
Can you go through the thing about the bridge one more time? That was pretty. That's really nice.
It's made of wood. Rope.
I'm trying to get to that.
Thank you, Mitch. I need all the help I can. And Mitch will be bringing the next speech that we have.
Oh, that's the biggest joke you've made.
Yeah. We're ready for them. They should be coming through that door, hopefully. All right. As we get ready for graduation, I need to call the following people up to assist me, please. Cindy Barnett. Tonight, the boys will be receiving a service star denoting the amount of time they have spent with Scouts. They will also be receiving their diplomas. So I'm going to ask at this time, and a hat pin showing that they are Tiger Cub graduates. At this time, I'm going to ask Den 1's Kay Durkett to come up and call the boys up. Get their parents. Boys, y'all can sit down on the thing, on the front bench there.
Okay, boys and Gen 1, let's have everyone just stand up and turn around and face their parents. We'd like to tell you all what we have been doing all year. In 3 words, they've summed it up in the Tiger motto.
Search, discover, and share.
And they have. They've searched, they've discovered, and they have shared. Okay, boys sit down, and let's start out with the boys in left first. Okay, parents, as I call your boys, I'd like for you to come up and cross with them. Stephen Chambers. Dale.
Kind of want to transfer that.
I need to go on that side of the ridge.
Who brings this tiger to the bridge of crossing?
His father.
Has he proven himself worthy of being a wolf?
Yes.
Is he ready for the test
Yes.
of being a wolf? Then let him pass.
Yes.
Congratulations.
He doesn't do a lot of handshaking.
Y'all need to give him.
Who brings this tiger to the bridge of crossing? Has he proven himself worthy to be a wolf? Is he ready for the ultimate test of being a wolf? You may cross.
Aaron Durkin.
Who brings this tiger to the bridge of crossing?
We do.
Has he proven himself worthy to be a wolf?
Yes.
Is he ready for the ultimate test?
Yes.
Then you may cross the bridge.
Sam Hardy.
Who brings this tiger to the bridge of crossing?
I do.
Has he proven himself worthy to be a wolf?
Absolutely.
Is he ready for the ultimate test of being a wolf?
Yes.
You may cross. Congratulations, Sam. Congratulations.
James Hodges.
Who brings this tiger to the bridge of crossing? Has he proven himself worthy of being a wolf? Is he ready to take the ultimate challenge? You may cross.
And Blake Bates.
Who brings this tiger to the bridge of crossing? Has he proven himself worthy of being a wolf? Is he ready for the ultimate challenge of being a wolf? I cross. This time I'm going to ask Div 2's leader, Tim Gilbert.
Okay, I'm going to ask the parents of Tigers in Den 2 to come forward when I call their name. Raymond Wood.
Who brings us tiger?
We do.
Okay. Has he proven himself worthy of being a wolf? Is he ready to face the ultimate test? You may cross the bridge. And don't sit on me. Congratulations.
And Jason Snow.
bridge of crossing?
We do.
Has he proven himself worthy of being a wolf?
Yes.
Is he ready for the ultimate test?
Yes.
Then you may cross.
And Derek Brown.
Who picked this tiger and bridge of crossing?
Mom and daddy, little sister, and older brother.
Boy, he's got a real good support group. Has he proven himself worthy of being a wolf?
Yes, he has.
Is he ready for the ultimate test?
Yes, he is.
Then he may cross.
And Zach Gilman.
Who brings this tiger to the bridge of crossing? Has he proven himself worthy of being a wolf? Is he ready for the ultimate test of being a wolf? Then he may cross. At this time, it is my sad but necessary duty to inform you that Pack 61 is now void of tigers. We have no more tigers in Pack 61s. As your name is called, we're going to ask the parents to come up. We will present you with your wolf scar. So as your name is called, please come up. Jesse Corbett. Come up and stand here, please. Stand the mother with your Kathy, you may put a scarf around his neck. Officially removing him from tigers and into the ranks of wolves. Raymond Wood. Yancey. You may take and put the scarf around Raymond. Officially move him from tigers into wolves. Congratulations. Jason Snow. put Zach Scarp on, moving him from the rank Tiger officially into the flying civil